ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Detroit Lions. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. First carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
This defense for the Vikings, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
And CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game and a victory a week ago. But what's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, Panda? Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes advantage of that man coverage and burns you. But if you bring on those extra DBs, he sits back there and does what he wants. To me, it's going to be those DBs. When they catch the ball, big-time tackles really put it on those receivers.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. On the return is Peterson. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7 though on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. On play action, Cousins. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
2nd and 8. Play fake. Cousins. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Cousins. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
Cousins in step with Jefferson that time. 1st down, Vikings.
Cousins gives way to Cook. Spinning past him. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
From the red zone now, Cousins. That is caught by Thielen.
And the Vikings are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
1st and goal from the 6.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Cousins to throw it. Forced out to his left. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. From the gun, here's Goff. And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. Give him 6 yards in the 1st down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long.
They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
This defense for the Vikings, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Goff. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hawkinson. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now. as he'll punt it away for the second time. Now it's Peterson. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second and 5 now. Cousins. He'll fire one deep for Westbrook. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Play action now. Cousins. Looking long for Westbrook.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Afitu Melifonwu.
And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun. Goff.
Open man is Quintez Cephas.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
1st down, Lions.
Now Goff on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. That's Benson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 1st down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is...
He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Tyrell Williams. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making a few mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
2nd and 5 now. Cousins. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. To throw is Cousins. It's caught on the right side. It's Smith. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Cook now off the read option. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Now Goff. This one swung out to Williams. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
On 1st down, it's Williams. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff out to his left. 1:57 to go in this 1st half on EA Sports. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And this is caught by Williams. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 41 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. From the red zone now, Goff. Caught left side, Williams. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 12 more yards there and another first down. To throw is Goff. And it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. Through an opening, and there he goes. 30, past the 20. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
This was almost what I've heard referred to as a pick 12.
Pick 12, explain.
Well, you're talking about the 6 that they were trying to get.
Because they were so close to the end zone.
And now the 6 going the other direction. So when you take a look at teams on the march, they're in the red zone. Then after the interception, and it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep him from going all the way.
First down, here's the run with Cook. A great move, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. 2nd and 6 with the ball on the 7. Off the play fake, Cousins. Touchdown, Vikings! Adam Thielen in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. 4 seconds, all that remain here in this first half as the kick gets away. The final shot before break here. Goff. Buying time to his left. Puts it on the carpet. It's out. And the Vikings pick up the football. But they will not be able to capitalize as time has run out here on the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And how about this line out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, Coach. We can get it. and that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They run it again with Cook. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Here's Cousins. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot.
And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Goff. And there's Williams. What a catch. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Back to throw, Goff. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
On 2nd and very short, Goff going to throw deep for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Hunter Bryant, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone. So give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Vikings 28, Lions 14. Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Kenny-Nwagu now out of his end zone.
And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And into the end zone. A scoop and score on the fumble return for the Detroit touchdown. Point after here coming up. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21.
Vikings 28, Lions 21. Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Kenny-Nwagu now out of his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Well, listen, when you got the lead, there's absolutely no sense trying to fit a ball in where you shouldn't. You can see the coaching in his head taking place on that play because he saw he had a receiver in the area. He just put it well over his head, out of harm's way.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Cousins. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Check back 21, check back 21. Watch the run, watch the run. Gun, yellow. Hey, check back 21.
On 3rd down, Cousins. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. He's got a man, complete. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Give to Cook out of the gun. Even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Again, it's Cook. And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a 1st at the Lions' 26. 57 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And he's able to get the 1st here as he's taken down at the 25.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
A give. This is Cook. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the 22, Cousins. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And they they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
And Viking fans spent plenty of time wondering how they were going to replace Stephon Diggs when he left for Buffalo. But I think most would agree now that Justin Jefferson was the best rookie receiver in football last year. 88 catches for an even 1,400 yards. I would say the numbers don't lie.
They'll run on first down. Cook trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. One.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. Eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
The Vikings on third down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
We got 3, we got 3. 3 down, 3 down. 26 Mike, 26 Mike. Let's go. 26 Mike.
Cousins. Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. And his kick is right there. It's good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes the return. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
2nd and 10.
Goff now to throw. And he checks this one down to Williams. Williams is going to have the first down and a little more. There he goes, left side. The 20. Touchdown, Detroit.
Well, and this is where quarterbacks' passing numbers sometimes get a little bit more inflated than they should because this is a short little pass, but it goes for big yardage.
And talk about a quick answer. This looked like a missed assignment. You'd think someone would be able to rein him in after he makes this catch, but he's so slippery in the open field, he's able to take it all the way to the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
31, Lions 28. Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Kene Nwangu now out of his end zone.
Kene Nwangu on the return. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Things sure were looking good for them at the half. Heck, off the air, you and I were just saying they might run away with this thing and cruise to a victory. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Derek Barnes brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. A hole to dig out of here. 2nd and 17. Another try after the first down sack. Cousins swinging this out wide here for Cook. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards. And just like that, it's 3rd down. Cousins. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively. 48 yards on the ground for him so far. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They run it again with Williams. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jamal Williams with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Lions are going to jump back in front. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 4-point game.
35, Vikings 31.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Kene Nwangu now out of his end zone and not willing to risk enough.
Fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On play action, Cousins. Smith catches left side. And some room to roam now. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Another first down there as this one goes for 25.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Cousins now to throw on first down.
This one brought in by Jefferson.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Out of bounds at the 26-yard line.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
Cousins to throw it. And this ball is caught by Irv Smith. Touchdown, Vikings. Irv Smith Jr., his second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings have once again taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that gives them a 3-point lead.
38. Lions, 35.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
First down.
On first down, it's Williams. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that, because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
They'll run on first down. It's Cook. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
86 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Cook now off the read option.
Yeah, this is going to depend on the spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. Here we go, a big play and a tight game late. They're going on 4th and goal. Running for it, here's Cook. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. Cook turned away on 4th and goal. And the Lion defense able to come up there with a goal line stand. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's gone.
And that's caught by Williams.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Defense was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass of just under 20 yards.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now gone. No, he doesn't have it. Maybe some alligator arms there going over the middle. 3rd down. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw is made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
Gone. Throw right side, complete to Williams.
And he will hustle out of bounds. That stops the clock. But, boy, that's just a very minimal gain. And also, keep in mind, it's 4th down.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Desperation time for Goff on 4th.
Pass complete. It's Hockenson. And he will have the conversion on 4th down. He's out of bounds as well to keep their hopes alive.
They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Goff now to throw.
This one swung out to Williams.
And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41.
Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did. Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't